Listen, the preset is very simple. You can recreate this with any version of the plugins. You can swap the auto tune out with anything. This is just Antares, so you can use Waves from Red Time X, pitch, whatever you need, right? If you don't like auto tune, you don't need to use auto tune. It's still gonna work. Here we're gonna use the T-Rex EQ73. This is their version of the Need 1073. You can use the UAD, the Waves, the Slate Digital. There's other companies that have their own 73. And what I did, I just took a little bit off 35. I took this off 3.7, negative 3.7. Left this alone. You see this right here, this little band, this little mid right here, right? 5.7 on the boost, right? And then the high shelf, we took that down negative 1.3. You see my input right here is around 11. This right here, output right there. You see what happened when I turn that off, right? So this is giving my vocal the preamp. Like I'm just recreating my preamp because on my interface it's on 0. Like if I turn this off, we don't hear nothing for real. Especially if I turn the compressor off, turn this off, and turn this off. Like you hear how low that is? Like that's not good, right? Okay. So with that being said, the 73, and we rolled off a little bit right here on the 50 so you understand what's going on. This preset is not meant to be perfect for everyone that uses it. And if you're recreating it with me, you can use the 76 here. For my attack, you see it's a 2. You see the releases is a 3-1. And you see my input at negative 27.9. The output is negative 16.8. But when we look, the needle's not really jumping. I want to be able to record to where I don't have to stress my peaks or just being inconsistent. I want to be able to level shit out a little bit while I'm going into FL Studio or Pro Tools or Logic. We see this EQ right here. I was kind of on the fence about how I wanted to use this EQ or not, because I don't really like using it for recording. Somehow the DI bass sounds cool, sounds natural. I probably should have recorded with this one, but nah, like I probably should use the fat 1A. Like honestly, that's probably what I should have used. And then I just wanted to add a little saturation to it because me personally, I don't have analog gear and I'm not using my tube mic. So it's like I kind of want to add some harmonics here. So the saturation is there to kind of like add to give me some of that little analog shit that I don't have, right? All the audio nerd type niggas, like the nerds be nerding out over like when you say shit like, oh, the plugin can't give you analog warmth. I know that. And I oversampled 4X, all right? Those are 5 plugins. 4 if you don't like auto-tune. Okay, on the bus, I just got a regular SSL model the G bus compressor. Like everyone has this version. Waves, Slate Digital, of course, Universal Audio, whatever. The list goes on. I just chose a random preset that sound good on the bus because I don't want to over compress it, because we're just tracking, having this chain for tracking so we can kind of hear if we like it, what we need to change. Then we have reverb, because I wanted to see what this plugin company really had to offer as far as like plugins. Like, can we actually just record, mix, master everything with T-Rex plugins? And yeah, looking like we can, because we have reverb. It's nothing too crazy on the verb. So it's like, it's just a long plate, right? And it's like, we can control how it sounds. Like, we're not stuck with it. So it's like, if I'm rapping, it's like, I don't really need it to be a lot. Then when we look at the delay, it's a tape echo, right? So it's like, it's like a model out the Galaxy Echo type shit. So it's like, we click over here, let my shit, click back on my shit. Go back over here. Like, you hear that? Yeah, a little slap going on, a little half. You can adjust it depending on how you want. You can sync, you turn the echo off, you can turn the volume down. She like the money for real, she don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. That little hoe trouble. So it's like, we need more verb. She like the money for real, she don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. That little hoe trouble. So like Vox B, I'm thinking that one probably needs a little delay. Put that on right there. because B's one down here by itself, right? She like the money for real. She don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. She like the money for real. She don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. I ain't gonna lie, I think it might need to end like that too though. So like, watch this. She like the money for real. She don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. She like the money for real. She don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. She like the money for real. She don't fuck with me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. So like that right there, that sound kind of cool with the delay. Or I could do something where it's like, I don't know. Nope. So it's like, shake this down just a little bit, right? Because this goes into figuring out like how you want your pre to like sound and pre to work, right? So like, let's say I want to take this part out right here, chop that, then bring this down, right? And oop, that's it. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Love her, but me for real. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. So I said, I was gonna chop that right there. Alright, and bring those other ones down. So just bring those back down. Nah, we ain't gonna make those unique. Nope. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. Can't love her, but I fuck her. This little hoe trouble. So the thing is, when you use this, keep in mind, you don't have to keep these settings the way these settings are, because I can easily go back and record ad-libs a certain way, right? I could do telephone ad-libs, I can distort it a little bit, like we could EQ the dubs a little bit different when we come back and record, because the recording chain for me is like, I just want to lay down a steady foundation. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overcomplicate things, right? Because if I can get a sound for a song that sounds unique to this one song, I'm good, I'm winning, right? Because I don't want my vocal chain to sound the exact same every single time for every single song, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna sound like me, you're gonna sound like you, right? Because I just want to give you a head start. Because is it easier to win a race from this end zone to this end zone starting here, or if you start at the 30? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you start at the 30, you have a better chance to beat someone that's starting at over here. You know what I'm saying? At the other goal line, right? You have a better chance, right? They're over there trying to figure out the best way to start the race, and nah, bro. I'm trying to make it easier for you. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I do this, man. I'm trying to provide you with better tools to help you make your music, to help you get a